What's up, WWE Champions Universe? This is Lee from Champions Chat, and I'm here with not only Iron Sheik 84 and Slim Numbers, but a number of people in the community that are in the chat right now, including Godflow and some other heavy hitters that might help us know what's going on. Sheik, you and Slim just let me know that there's a new mode that's coming out. Slim has already been going over it, figuring out all the numbers, all the details. Not really. Like, we all know about the same thing. So I'm going to put it up on screen. Sheik, you read it for us. Slim, you tell me your initial thoughts, and then we're going to chat about it. And I'm going to have to take over our faces, sorry, so that everybody can see this. All right, go ahead.
Not a problem. Attention champions, we're gearing up to drop one of WWE Champions' hottest features in history, Titan Takeover. But before we do, we're inviting you to compete in a 5-day Ultimate Titan Takeover Challenge starting today at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Win the challenges and earn your spot. Here's how it works. From today to the 22nd, every day we'll drop a fresh challenge right here on Discord. Complete each challenge with WWE Flair. At the end, the top 10 players with the most wins will enter the Titan Takeover playtest. Are you ready to bring it on? Be ready, be bold, be a champion.
I love it, dude. I love your radio voice. It's so great. Oh, Slim, tell me what this means. Tell me what I need to know about this from what limited information we have.
Oh, I've got the full PowerPoint right here. We'll be going over it in depth, page by page. No, I got none of it. We've fought a Titan before, haven't we?
Yes.
I want to say that we have. I distinctly remember
Otis.
Showboat Otis.
Yep.
As a Titan, and it was a precursor to Boss Battle, but it wasn't faction based.
Right.
And he had like an insane amount of health.
Yep.
Compared to where we were at the game at the time. He probably has less health than what you can get Michelle McCool up to right now.
He had 1 million health. Oh my gosh, it was crazy.
1 million health. And we're like, oh no, I only hit for 475,000. Even that's too high. Anyway, we've fought Titans before, and I wonder if they're bringing this back. So, my hope. Let's talk about hope. The hope is this is going to be some sort of ladder match.
Yep.
Where we face a level 1 Titan Showboat Otis. And if we defeat it, we get some rewards. We move on to level 2 Hype Showboat Otis, level 3, level 4, level 5. And until we get to a level of Showboat Otis where we can no longer defeat, and then you collect all your rewards, better luck next time. You can leaderboard it by whoever does the most damage or how far up the ladder they can get. And it's a completely, solo game mode, which is kind of cool. It'd be like Tour, but like Mega Tour, or, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
So that's the first thing that pops out to me that's very interesting. Here's the second one. At the end, the top 10 players with the most wins in Discord will enter the Titan Takeover playtest. They're doing a beta. I'm so excited they're doing a beta. They're beta testing something.
Yay.
Yay.
And Sheik will be back here in just a second. Oh, there we go. There he is.
I don't know what happened. I'll blame Discord on that.
Yeah, you were just gone all of a sudden. So you missed some of the chatter, but okay, so here's what I can say that I do know now that this mode is announced. I did know it was coming. I did know what it was called, and I do know a little bit, just like that much, of what it was, because they did do some play tests with some of the CCs. I did not get to participate in that. So even if I wanted to spoil everything for you, I couldn't tell you what it was. Ironically, Rusty did take part in that play test. And so if he were here, he might be able to share a little bit more. But from what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing in this text, it does kind of remind me of what you're talking about, Slim. We had somebody in the text said Mutant Balor. Stride. Hey, what's up, Stride? What's up, buddy? Mutant Balor and Otis. Right, before Boss Battle, they had a mode where you would face up against just a character with an insane health pool. So right now, goodness, that would have to be like Boss Battle levels where you just go by yourself. But instead of being boss battle format where you're doing as much as you possibly can within a set amount of time, it was turn based, just like the rest of the mode. So what I can say that I know that I think is revealed in this text is this is a more solo mode as far as I understand it. It's not boss battle or replacing boss battle, but I think it'll feel a little bit more like a solo boss battle, which is what that Otis trial or Titan trial or whatever it was. I think we had one with, I think the first one was actually Skull King's, like the Motu Triple H, if I remember correctly. I think they only did a couple of them like that. But either way, it was just a character that has an insane health pool, and you're trying to beat them, nerf them, etc. So I don't know. What other insights and thoughts do you have based on this small little text we have?
Actually, I thought I remember the first one being Powerhouse Batista for some reason.
Was it?
I I could be wrong. I could be 100% wrong there. Uh, but yeah, look, I'm always happy for new modes. I do wonder if this beta test is the thing, the faction one that went out. I don't know. I know that went out to some people. I don't know if this is the same thing or not.
I don't
Or if
know. Like I say, I didn't get to participate in. Or I should say I was invited to participate in something behind the scenes, but just did not work with my schedule, so I just didn't get to do
yeah,
it. So
yeah. That being said, like I said, I'm happy for any new mode. I'm always always like a challenge. I always like trying to see what I can figure out, and collaborate with my teammates. The people out there, like I said, on Reddit, on Discord, and whatnot. I will say this, and it's like I know I always throw this apprehension out there. When it says the top 10 players with the most wins, there's two things that come to mind here. The number one is, if it's something that's just going to run the entire time, I'm sorry, I work, I have a kid, I can't spend, just like with feuds, I'm sorry, I can't spend 20 hours straight of feuding.
right.
I don't have the desire, energy, or availability to be able to do something like that. Number two, and again, just being upfront about this, if it says the top 10 players with the most wins, oh yeah, hey everybody, it's like whoever has the most wins will be able to participate. Oh, by the way, you're limited to 5, but you can buy 5, you
Yeah.
can buy 5 more at $10 a pop for an unlimited amount of times, and then it turns into the okay, it's not a game of skill or chance or grinding. It's the hey, who has the deepest pocketbook that wants to participate in this thing. And when it's in that situation, like I don't think it's fair because you're I'm sorry, but I'm not going to spend $1,000 to be top 10, to be among the top 10 winners.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I would hope, and I think that this has to do somewhat, at least, with bridging the gap on what hype currency we have. And again, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I'm sorry. I don't have any inside information on this at all. As Godflow said, by the way, click on Godflow's name, follow Godflow on your Twitch app here. But as Godflow said, I literally know what the community knows. That like basically same, right? I could have known more if I had been able to play test it, but I couldn't, and so I don't. But I think this might be the timing is suspect, I should say. This might be a way that we get some more hype preparation, which the community is desperately calling for. So, yeah, yeah,
Actually, that would make a lot of sense, right? One of the things that I hear from the community all the time and think to myself all the time is, where are the TP? Where do I get where's the training point posters? They're not often on prize walls anymore. You're not finding too many of them in bags. You're not finding too many of them in milestones. The answer is they're in Showdown, Career
mm,
Showdown.
mm,
That's where you get all your TPs. So if you really wanted to stockpile TP and get the most you can, week in, week out basis, you need to run your Career Showdown. what if this new Titan mode this is how you get your hype currency? You just got to keep fighting against the Titan, and the better you do, the more hype you get. Maybe that's the idea, especially if it's more of a solo-based event than a faction-based event.
Yep.
Kind of like Career Showdown is a solo type event. Maybe actually it would run it in alongside of what's the contest that we now all auto clear? Hold on.
You talking about the Dead Man's Daily, or are you talking about like
The Dead Man's
stuff?
Daily? The Dead Man Daily is used to be where you got your coin.
Right.
You get an influx of cash or coin every time you did your Dead Man Daily for the day. Yeah, maybe that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It would at least make sense to me.
I would think so. I would think so. Again, at the timing is suspect. I don't have inside information behind the scenes, so I can't tell you for sure. But good news is we'll know in about an hour and 15 minutes. So
yeah,
we can figure it out. But it's ironic. We just did a part of the stream where we were talking about, goodness, how do we prepare for hype feuds? And then this comes out right as we're just closing that conversation. Like, what if this is the next big thing? I don't want to get people too like overexcited and then it turn into something else, but I can't see them introducing a new mode that doesn't give you something hype or involve hype. Like maybe, the more hype you have, the better you do. I don't know, but I can't see them doing a new mode without some hype reward involved in it, because that is obviously what all of us in the community are chatting about, whether we want to or not, whether we like it or not. Hype is here, and we got to adjust to it, and this might be the new way to get there. So yeah, any other final thoughts? And then I've got a quick announcement on a video to do too. Fun, good announcement. So any other final thoughts, guys? Hearing none. Make sure you follow. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. It's like I'm I'm interested to see how to beat these challenges with WWE Flair. So I'm interested to see what it's about. It's an announcement out of the blue for something that's going to be coming out. Like, it's like I'm ready and excited at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time to see what it is.
Yeah, I agreed. And it's funny because you guys are inheriting this from Rusty, but Rusty and I had a bad habit of being on stream talking about something, and then literally something would break, like the Final Boss Rock thing when that was oopsies. We're talking about like, oh, how are we gonna get this guy, and then kaboom, the chat blows up with like, guess what? There was an oopsie. Now chat blows up. Guess what? New mode. So. Yeah, Mule says, Sheik, are you talking about Charlotte or Ric Flair? Which Flair are you wanting to go into this mode with?
Charlotte, I like her way better than her dad.
Same topic for another video, but I've changed my stance on her being garbage as a wrestler, and I kind of like her now. Anyway, all right, another topic for another time. That's it for this video. Make sure you check out Iron Sheik 84 on Twitch and YouTube, Slim Numbers on Twitch and YouTube, Godflow. At least on Twitch. If there's a YouTube, you need to be watching it. And then like and subscribe to this channel as well, because it helps us out, and we try to be helpful to the community. See you on the next one, friends. Bye.